20th, 1944. To the office of Mrs. Audrey Rose Burke, 1629 Columbia Road, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20009. Dear Audrey Rose, thank you for your letter. The relief I felt at receiving it can only be rivaled by the relief I saw on Charlie's face when I told him the news. He's a fine man, my Rose. I've suspected it ever since you told me about him. It wasn't until he stood up to me when I asked him to write and convince you not to go through with Abe's plan, however, that I knew you'd chosen a better man than me to walk through life with. I'm sure it must have felt like a great betrayal to you. Your forgiveness means a good deal to me. I know I wasn't very supportive of your participation in Abe's plan, but can you blame me, my Rose? You and your sister are my world. You're all I have left of your mama. I see so much of her courage and compassion in both of you, and I don't know what I would do if I lost one of you as well. Only after Abe wrote and assured me you would have the very best protection he could provide was I able to accept there was nothing I could do to stop you. I never wanted to hold you back. My actions had nothing to do with my belief in you. I was solely motivated by protecting you and your innocence. Lionheart himself would tell you that espionage is a deep game, one with consequences you can't anticipate. It's rare that one comes back from it unsullied. Now that the Soviet's mole is in custody, I hope you're settling back into a safer work environment. You've probably heard from Charlie by now. The tone around here is very tense. The edginess is so tangible you could cut it with Captain Jack's sword. Ike seems to bear it better than the rest of us, even though he's got more at stake personally. He covers any nerves or fatigue with a lot of coffee and cigarettes. But I can tell he's more ready to have it over and done with than any of us. He has us working around the clock. He hardly sleeps anymore, so none of us do either. The only break he seems to take is an hour here or there to rest in what he calls his circus wagon. He also reads from his well-worn Western novels when he can snatch a moment. Not sure if the Westerns make him feel braver or help him nod off at night. I'm mentioning all this because what we've been preparing for the last 11 months is finally about to happen. Do you recall mentioning in one of your letters that you learned something about Charlie's father over Christmas? Do you remember asking me if I thought Charlie deserved to know? When you wrote originally, I didn't think it was a good idea for the same reasons you mentioned. Too much was at stake. Well, a few things have happened since then, and a few things are about to happen that have changed my mind. For one, I just received word that Lionheart has been captured. After telling us about the Soviet's mole, his message was overheard by one of Hitler's men and traced back to him. Lionheart had been on the run since he realized his cover was blown, which is why you haven't received wires from him lately. The latest intelligence says the enemy finally tracked him down at a resistance safe house in France. He's being held just off the coast, in a little village called Isigny-sur-Mer. Secondly, I've always been honest with you, my girl. Since you were very small, you've demanded the truth from me up front, whether it was good or bad. I've done my very best to resist sugarcoating anything for you, and this time won't be any different. Operation Overlord will almost certainly be a success. But what few people know is that the cost will most likely be much higher than originally anticipated. A 75% casualty rate has been predicted among our air power alone. Ike knows this, but the majority of us agree this is our best chance to push the Nazis back and establish a military stronghold here on the Western Front. Which is why I feel I owe it to you to warn you, Audrey Rose. The truth is, Charlie's battalion will be one of the earliest to land during the invasion. Whatever's waiting for our boys, he'll be among the first to take the brunt of it. I'm telling you this not to try to worry or frighten you more than I'm sure you already are, but because I want you to have time. Time to grant Charlie whatever closure you can before it's too late. If there's anything you need to say to him, anything at all, say it now. I wish I could give you better news. Even more than that, I wish I could move Charlie to a safer ground, the way I did Ruby. But you and I both know he's the kind of man that wouldn't allow it, even if I could. So give him every reason within your power to survive what's ahead, my Rose. Give him every reason to come home to you. The last thing I want is to see you struggle through the same wasteland of grief I went through after your mama passed. I don't think I could bear it. Ruby sends her love. Yours, the General. P.S. Send whatever response you have for me via Uncle Abe. He will be coming to London before Overlord, and can safely carry any sensitive information you need. I will, of course, safely place whatever you send directly into Charlie's hands myself.